This is part 3 of Amtrak's Cardinal train, the scenic route to Washington, D.C. In part 2, we reached Charleston, West Virginia. Leaving Charleston, we found ourselves headed for our destination, Washington, D.C. Soon we were in Virginia, a gentle rolling country that kept us going even closer to our destination. As John Denver wrote, "Life is old here, so is death. So much of the Civil War was fought in this state." Now our excitement rose even more because here we are crossing the Potomac River and we're getting our suitcases together to get off of this train because we're soon going to be in Washington, D.C. While the Cardinal went on to its end point in New York City, we explored our nation's capital.
And then I can go here.
And where are we here? Where are we?
We are in Washington, D.C. at the National Mall. And no, we're not buying shoes here. We're looking at all the monuments and all the museums on our National Mall.
West side.
The wooden doors you see on the balcony are where every president since Ronald Reagan had their inauguration. The Washington Monument still towers over the mall, but in 2013 it was still being repaired for damage that it sustained during an earthquake. This is the Museum of Natural History, one of many Smithsonian Institute museums on the Washington Mall. Meet James Smithson, a wealthy Englishman who donated his entire estate to establish what has grown to be the largest museum and research organization in the world, the Smithsonian Institute. You can meet him. He's buried right here in the castle. Entrance into the Smithsonian Museums is free, so the crowds get pretty big. From the mall, we got this enticing view of the White House in the distance. Since Congress had imposed the sequester, our White House tour was canceled.
This is from the vantage point of probably, well, we know thousands of people were here that had bust into Washington, D.C. in 1963 to hear Martin Luther King right up there at the Lincoln Memorial give his "I Have a Dream" speech. We're standing on the spot where some people were standing listening to that speech.
With the White House tour a no-go, the Lincoln Memorial became our main goal, so we're headed there on our first full day in the Capitol. President Lincoln was far from lonely on this day. People from all over the country and all over the world come here to pay their respects and to admire this savior of our republic.
You ready?
That's right, 'cause I'm like, I couldn't see through the trees.
The inspiring words of Lincoln are engraved on the walls inside the monument. Visitors are encouraged to set a respectful, reflective mood. But all these people produce an energy of excitement and joy. And who can blame them to be in the symbolic presence of this great leader who held the country together during America's bloodiest war? This is the view looking east, the view Martin Luther King Jr. had while giving his "I Have a Dream" speech. Only the reflecting pool then was lined by a sea of people. On the opposite end of the mall, 2 miles from the Lincoln Memorial, is the Smithsonian Institute's newest museum, the Native American Museum. Various native tribes were involved in the museum's design, allowing visitors to learn about Native American culture in the past and in the present.
My name is Ben Zokai, and I'm a museum cultural specialist. I'm a proud member of the Kiowa, Santi Dakota, and
on Amtrak's Cardinal westbound, visiting the Capitol.